Hello, so hopefully you've done the first session where we focused on some exercises that's specifically going to help you with posture after having sat in front of a desk all day long, or perhaps just sitting in a bad position for a long period of time. So we've done some warm-ups, so please go back to the other video if you haven't done it yet, because you need to be warmed up before we do the next exercises. We'll start in an all-fours position, so bring your hands underneath your shoulders and bring your knees right underneath your hips. And this is called the swimming prep exercise. So let's just focus a little bit on your pelvic position here. So we can tilt our pelvis forwards when our lower spine is sort of just dropping a little bit. And then we can tilt the pelvis back. And this is when our tailbone is pointing down towards the ceiling. So let's do a few pelvic tilts. Forwards and back. Inhale forwards and exhale back. This is just a pelvic tilt, so avoid getting the rest of the spine involved here. We're just doing a very gentle tilt forwards and backwards. And then just keep it right in between those two movements. That should be your neutral spine. And we want to keep our spine neutral throughout this movement. First, take your right arm out, or perhaps let's just watch this one first. Take the right arm out, and then we're going to take the left leg out. So you can see here that my arms are nice and long, still in contact with the floor. And then as I exhale, only on the exhalation do I lift away and lengthen. And keep my chest square to the floor. I keep my hips square to the floor. Avoid this lifting of the hip towards the ceiling. So we want to try and keep that hip square to the floor and then bring it back in again. So watch again on the opposite side. Left arm, left leg. Stretching it out first to encourage length over there. And then exhale, slowly lift. And I say slowly because then you can really focus on what's happening through your chest and your hips to make sure you're not lifting with the body, but you're working from the joints. So it's a movement from the joint. Okay? So let's do 5 on each side together. We're going to start with the right arm and the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch and lift. Now keep on pressing down into your left arm so you don't sink into that shoulder. Inhale, hold it here. And then bring it back in. Let's take the left arm and right leg out. And on the exhalation, lift. Inhale, hold. And bring it back down. And again, for number 2 on this side. Reach it out long, exhale up. Inhale, hold. And bring it back in. And reach it out on the left and the right leg. Exhale, lift. Stay strong through that right arm. Keep the back of the neck long, so just think of bringing your chin towards your chest a little bit. And back down. Let's go for number 3. Reach the arm and the leg long. Exhale up and away from the floor. Feel strong through your left arm and shoulder. And back down. Inhale, lengthen arm and leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And bring it back down. Okay, let's go for the last one. Lengthen arm and leg. Exhale, lift it. Working from the joints, keeping the body nice and stable. And then bring it down. Left arm, right leg. And let's lift. Hold it there on an inhalation. And then bring it back down. Good. Sit your bum back. And then just reach your arms long into your child's pose. You can relax your head down towards the ground. Or you can support the forehead with a little pillow if it doesn't go all the way down to the floor. Again, if you don't like the deep flexion into your knees, if you have a little rolled up towel, you can always just place that behind the knees, and that prevents deep flexion into the knee joints. Okay, we're going to go back into our all fours position here, and we'll just be working on knee to elbow. So we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to reach out long with the arm and the leg, then we'll lift it, make sure you watch first, and then from here go into flexion with your spine, and then back into a neutral spine as you lift. And we'll do 5 of those on one side, then we'll change around and we'll do the same on the other side. Good, let's get ourselves in position. Lengthen your right arm and your left leg. Stay strong through your left arm. And let's lift away. And then as we exhale, knee to elbow, reach it long for 1. Knee to elbow, reach it long for 2. Knee to elbow, 3. Knee to elbow, 4. Knee to elbow, 5. Change it around. Lengthen left arm, right leg. Exhale and lift it. Inhale, hold it. And knee to elbow for 1. Reach long for 2. And 3. We're working hard on those muscles. That's going to help your posture. 4. 5. Well done. Let's take a little break. Knees down towards the knees. Your gluteals down towards your heels. And reach it out nice and long. Inhale. And exhale out. Good. Okay. Let's just interlace the fingers here behind the lower spine. And then we're going to reach back with the knuckles. And we're going to lift those arms up as much as you can. Feeling that stretch in the front of the chest. Good. And then release it. We're going to just work a little bit on some neck rolls. So you can be in a kneeling position, you can sit down onto a chair or on your big stability ball, whatever feels most comfortable. I'm going to be in a nice low kneeling position. I want you to take your left ear down towards your left shoulder here. And then focus on that right shoulder, just dropping it down towards the floor. Bring it back to center, right ear down towards right shoulder. And dropping that left shoulder down. Good. Now take your right hand, place it behind the spine like this. You can even take your other hand and grab a hold of that hand there. And then take your left ear towards your left shoulder. That's going to help you just drawing that shoulder down on the right. Feel that nice stretch on the side. And let's change it around. Left hand goes behind the back. You can hold on to that hand. And then take the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Make sure you spend time in these stretches. At least a minute. If you do them on your own. Good. Come back into center. Now we're going to do a few neck rolls. So take your right ear towards your right shoulder. You can do this with me and I'll just cue you through the movement. Now take your chest towards the center of the chin towards the center of your chest. You should feel a stretch in the back of the neck. And then take the right ear down towards the right shoulder. And let's look up to the ceiling. And take the left ear to the left shoulder again. Chin down towards the center of your chest. Right ear towards the right shoulder. And look up to the ceiling. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. And look up at the ceiling. And then left ear to left shoulder. We're going to change direction from this position. Let's look up at the ceiling again. Right ear to right shoulder. Chin to the center of your chest. Left ear to left shoulder. Look up at the ceiling. Right ear down to right shoulder. Chin to chest. left ear to left shoulder, look up at the ceiling, and right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, and from there we're going to bring it back up again. I want you to now focus on strengthening the back of your neck muscles. So some of you who have quite a curvy upper spine, normally when you come to class I ask you to place a pillow underneath your head. So if you are one of those, bring a little towel underneath your head. Otherwise, lying down, your hands can be resting on your tummy, doesn't matter. We're going to focus on chin tucks. So from here, we bring the chin towards the chest, feeling the back of the neck lengthened. And then relax it again, chin to chest. So you get a really nice double chin here. And then relax it. And again, chin to chest. Now keep that chin to chest position. And we're going to do a lift here. And lift up just enough so you can look towards your belly button. But keep that chin to chest movement. And you'll feel all those muscles in the front of the neck really having to switch on. And believe it or not, they get very weak from your forward head position when you sit in bad posture in front of a computer. Keep it there. It's all about the endurance of those muscles. Not easy to speak while you do this. Hold it and then relax it. Oh, and feel that nice relief afterwards. Okay, we're going to do that again. Chin to chest. Feel the back of the neck lengthening out. And lift the head. Relax the shoulders. Feel those muscles in the front of the neck really switching on. Can you see your belly button? Or towards that same direction. Look towards that direction. Oh, feel those muscles switching on, getting really warm, and then relax it. Oh, just wiggle the head from side to side, and we're going to do one more, chin to chest. Back of the neck nice and long. And lift. Looking towards your belly button. Keep that chin to chest, that chin tuck position. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And then relax. Well done. Okay, from here we're going to go into some chalk circles. So this is when you need either your towel or your big hardback cover book to support your head. And we're going to bring the knees into a nice 90-degree angle here with the hips. I actually like the idea of having a little towel or a pillow between the knees, because with this exercise we want to focus on keeping the knees together and not sliding top knee away from the bottom knee. And it's lovely to have your head supported here as well, otherwise the neck sort of just hangs down, so have the head supported. We're going to open up into the chest with a little bit of rotation, so really good exercise for posture. Lifting the top arm, so you can watch first, and then from here, keeping those knees one on top of the other, and then you just open up into this spine rotation. And then from there, lifting up and closing one hand on top of the other hand again. Okay, let's do 5 of these together. So we're going to lift the arm up. And then from here, when you open up, it's lovely to inhale in this stretch. And exhale, close. And inhale up and over. Now follow the fingers with your eyes. We've just worked on some neck mobility, so this should feel a bit easier. And close it in on the exhalation. 3 to go. Inhale. And exhale. Last 2. And exhale. 1 more. And exhale. Now let's draw 5 big circles around us. Take it over and above the head. take it out behind you, take it over the hips and bring it back to the front. Hopefully you watched that one. Let's do 5 together from now. Reach over and above the head. See if you can get your fingers as close to the floor as you can. Roll it around, over the hips, back to the front. Make sure those knees are staying together. And over the head, towards the back, over the hips and to the front. And 3. Inhale 1/2 of that circle. And exhale the other half. And one more in this direction. Inhale. And let's change direction. Inhale over the hips, towards the back. And exhale over and above the head for 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. Last one. And 5. Good. Let's do the same on the other side. So just swivel around or change position like I am. Come down into your tucked in position with your knees. If you were using a little towel between the knees, place it back between the knees. We're looking for that 90-degree angle. Head supported, one hand on top of the other hand. And let's just open and close first into spine rotation. Follow the fingers with the eyes. Lift up and open towards the back. And bring it up and close to the front. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And 4. And exhale. And 5. And exhale. And let's start drawing 5 circles in one direction. Nice big circles. Really reaching away from you with those arms. For 1. Try that breathing. Inhale 1/2 of that circle. And exhale the other half. And inhale. And exhale. And 4. And 1 more. Change direction. Circle across the hips towards the back. And exhale back to the front. For 2. And 3. And 4. And last one, 5. Good. We're going to finish this off with the swan dive stretch. So think about during the day when we're sitting down, the front of our bodies becomes very tight and closed in. So this is a lovely stretch to open up and finish a day of sitting in front of the desk. Have your feet in a nice wide V position here, and you don't need any support for your head. You're going to have your hands in L shapes, and you're going to focus on pulling your belly muscles up towards the ceiling and tucking your tailbone down. and reaching those legs out behind you nice and long. So watch this first. This is a segmental movement, so you're going to focus on one bit after the other, peeling away from the mat. So forehead starts down onto the mat, and then we'll lift the forehead, lift the head, lift the chest, and when you feel you can lift no more, you start pressing into your palms as you lengthen your arms. And you'll feel there's quite a lot of gluteal work happening here to help support your lower spine. And then from there, you just place it back. Belly button, lower rib, rest of your chest, and your forehead. Let's start that again. Together, 8 of these together. Lift your belly button first, pull your pelvic floor muscles, so close your camera shutters, and then lengthen your legs out behind you. Inhale. And as you exhale, peel away. Forehead, head, chest, press into your palms, lengthen those arms, your elbows are lifting away, your shoulder blades are relaxed away from your ears, and your legs are really reaching out behind you here. The back of the neck stays nice and long, so there's a slight chin tuck position here. Inhale, hold it, and then release. Finishing with your forehead down. Inhale, peel away. On your exhalation. Inhale, hold, and then release. Inhale, prepare yourself. Close your camera shutters, pull your belly muscles up, tuck your tailbone down, reach your legs long, and peel away. Forehead, head, chest, push into your palms, lengthen your arms, lengthen forwards through the crown of the head. Try not to feel any tension in your lower spine here. Inhale, hold, and then release. Inhale, exhale. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last one, inhale down. Exhale up. Well done. Bring your legs together, tuck your toes under, and pull yourself up into kneeling. And then from there, just step forwards with your right leg and reach both your arms up and sink down into the stretch and reaching up and back slightly. So we're just opening up a little bit more in the front body, and bring the arms down, change the legs around. Step your left leg forwards, sink into it as you reach your arms up. Inhale and back. We'll do that 2 more times on each side. Right leg to the front, sink forwards and reach up and back. Left leg forwards, sink into it and reach up and back. Let's do one more, just because we love it. Right leg forward, sink into it and reach up and back. Left leg forwards, sink into it and reach up and back. Now step up. Well done. So you've done your second session on exercises. It's really good for your posture. If you still want to continue working on posture, obviously all Pilates exercises are good for posture, but I will also be creating a little video on flexibility and we'll focus on all those muscles that tightens up throughout the day. So make sure you look out for that one next. Inhale up, make yourself really tall, and we're going to exhale, sink and swing it. Well done, and see you next time. Bye.